So a few weeks ago I did a video on how to change the taillights or brake lights, blinker, whatever it was, something in the taillight housing with the Wrangler. And it always seems to be, this is one of those, I don't know, karma or, you know, Murphy's Law, whatever. Whenever I do one of these videos, when I have something go wrong with the vehicle and I think, oh, this is not so bad, it's easy to replace and I can make some content out of it and make a little video for you guys. And then it seems like that whatever that thing is happens through all of the cars we have. So I don't know what bad luck you call that, but so today we have the same problem. We lost a brake light on the Yukon here. So I'll show you how to do it. It's relatively easy. Okay, so there's just two screws here inside the hatch here. And then there's two push pins. They're just like little pins that are attached to this housing that go into like a rubber grommet. So it's gonna feel like a little bit of resistance, but it will just come out. And it's the top one up here. That's the brake light. And these always rotate just like anything else, like any other screw type mechanism, lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? So let's actually pull the rubber grommet out of the hole. So no big deal. The wiring can be a little tight in here, but you pull that out of there's a little spring clip here, and then you can turn that. And then this should just pop out. It can sometimes be a little bit, you know, it's been in there 10 years. It can be a little bit finicky, temperamental. Just kind of wiggle around a little bit, see if you can break some of that dirt and grime loose, and then pop it loose. Whenever you do these, just like any other light bulb, two things. If you're doing one side, do the other. So we'll do the driver's side as well. The other thing is, if you can, try not to touch the bulb with your fingers. The turn signal bulbs and brake lights and stuff aren't that big a deal, as much as like headlights and stuff, where they're super high intensity, they'll get really hot, and they'll actually cause it to prematurely fail. For these, it's not that big a deal, but if you can, you know, it's a little better if you don't touch them. Hey, get out of here. And then it just pushes in. They're universal, so you can go whichever direction you want. These are a Sylvania 7443. They're not, you don't have to get Sylvania bulbs. You can get all different kinds of ones. You can get LED ones if you want, but beware on the LED lights. You get that hyper flash. I did a video about that too, and the turn signals on the Jeep, where the bulb doesn't pull enough, doesn't draw enough current, and the car thinks the bulb that would have been in there is burnt out, and it'll give you a fast blink or a warning light. Sometimes you have to put a little resistor in. Just get regular bulbs, and honestly, they're just turn signals, right? Like whatever. So just get it lined back up, counterclockwise. Lock our wiring back in its little clip there. And you stick it back up. Like I said, there's these pins here. There's one here and one down here. And there's a rubber grommet here. And there would be one up here, but it's still attached. And then put your screws back in. All right, well, that's pretty much it, right? Easy peasy, all back together. Like I said, if you do one, do the other, because whatever one burn out, the other one's not that far behind. They usually go in pairs. You know, they've been in there at the same time. They're going to go about the same time. Do the other one while you're at it, and you should be good for, I don't know, shoot, another 10 years. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope that helps you. We'll see you next time.